Regencord is a biotechnological company with more than 15 years of experience in stem cells that has a qualified personnel, is affiliated to the ISCT, and is certified to produce cell concentrates. Are Regencord products safe for cell therapy? At Regencord, donors are qualified in genetic consultations. Parents in gestation are evaluated to know the risks for the recipients. The mother signs the informed consent to authorize the use of the umbilical cord. The professionals responsible for these processes are stem cells experts, physicians, biologists, biotechnologists. When the baby is born, an official carries the cord and documents from the obstetrician to perform the collection. We invite you to Regencord Laboratories to observe our complete process from the umbilical cord to the procurement of stem cells with quality guaranteed for clinical use. Cord and cell manipulation is done under controlled conditions in clean rooms with ultra-filtered air and under biosafety cabinets to maintain the sterility of the processes and products, complying with WHO standards for good manufacturing practices. The cord processing facilities require biosafety classification with specific ISO standards for cord processing. Standards of the International Society for Cell and Gene Therapy are followed. Stem cells are adherent to the surface on which they multiply. They have stem cell identity positive for CD90, 105, and 73. They must differentiate in vitro to chondrocytes, adipocytes, and osteocytes. They express SOX4, NanoG, and OT4 genes. The process starts with the receipt of the umbilical cord at the laboratory. As soon as the cord is received, samples are taken for infection and DNA analysis, which are performed by an external laboratory. The cord is left in refrigerated quarantine until the arrival of the results, which must be negative for infections such as HIV, B hepatitis, syphilis, and for common germs and KOH. In the first stage, the explant is performed from the umbilical cord tissue under minimal manipulation. It consists of depositing the tissue in a container with a specific culture medium to separate the cells from the umbilical cord. For the collection and qualification of umbilical cord stem cells, processes are carried out in the laboratory for 6 weeks or more. Let's continue with the process with the setting of cells separated from the umbilical cord. In a sterile disposable container, culture medium, growth factors, and cells obtained from the umbilical cord are placed. It must be verified that each input is sterile, apyrogenic, and free of endotoxins. Under the microscope, the seeded cells are observed with their original round shape. They are then incubated for several days under conditions of temperature, humidity, and pH similar to those of the human organism. Under these conditions, mitosis or cell division occurs, in which DNA is first synthesized in vitro in each cell, to later give rise to a new daughter cell. This process of cell division is monitored to observe the spindle shape, phenotype, and then increasing the number of cells. Continue the process in a larger vessel to increase the number of cells. The cells obtained in the first pass are transferred to a multi-level flask, diluted in culture medium and with special nutrients maintaining their physiological conditions. The seeded cells should be visualized with their original shape. The containers then are taken to the incubator to be cultured for 7 to 12 days. At this stage, the cells undergo intense in vitro DNA synthesis, mitosis, and new cells in a natural, unmanipulated process. During these days, the increase of the cells adhered to the surface is monitored until enough cells necessary for a venous dose is obtained. The cells are then collected with the use of various reagents that concentrate the cells and maintain them in their natural conditions. In this step, the cells are deposited in flasks that are taken to centrifugation. Once this process is completed, the cells are collected in special flasks. All these processes are repeated during 3 or 4 weeks until completing a cellular batch, which are enough for therapeutic cellular doses. According to scientific evidence, in each cell concentrate collection, small samples are taken to count the cells. For the packaging of a cell concentrate, the cells are diluted in a physiological vehicle, filtered to remove accumulations, and in a small sample, cell quantity and viability are evaluated in an automated cell counter. The dose to be delivered is confirmed for a request for venous infusion. Here's a small amount of heparin is added to avoid tissue reaction with the cell infusion. After finishing the cell packaging, a sample of the venous infusion is taken to qualify the absence of endotoxins. Each container is labeled with the identification of the cell concentrate, the vehicle, volume, number of cells, and information of the use and storage condition. Packaging is done in 3 sterile medical-grade bags to release the cell concentrate ready for use. For joint infiltration, allogenic plasma or saline solution is used. Add as a vehicle to the cells and then package ready for use. Then, the laboratory issues a certificate of delivery of the cell concentrate. Finally, the tests are traceable and can be consulted by the physician or patient with the QR code on the quality assurance certificate.